Hello lawn mowing people. What I'm going to talk to you about today is flyers. Now, if you're looking at building your lawn mowing business, one of the things that you may be thinking about is it worth putting out flyers? Should I put out some flyers and see whether I can get a few phone calls? Now, the first time that I ever put out flyers was in the late 80s, and they were great. I'd put out 100 flyers and I'd get 3 phone calls. And that was fantastic. You could build a business really easy. But these days I've found that in the last 30 years, every time I've put out flyers, it's been less and less of a return. And if I remember rightly, the last time I put out flyers, I got a return that was something like 1 in 500, and it takes a long time to put out 500 flyers. So I think that the days of bringing in work just by putting out flyers, I think they're probably over, because people just don't check their letterbox like that anymore. But there is a way that I have used. I used it a few years ago, and it seemed to work pretty well. And because I had a whole lot of flyers and I was trying to find out what I could do with them to bring me some work. So what I did is, when I was mowing a lawn, I'd go and I'd put flyers beside the lawns, and I'd put flyers across from the lawn. So I'd deliver half a dozen flyers, and on the flyers I'd have something written, and it would say, "Oh, I mow the lawn next door. If you'd like your lawn mowed, why not give me a call? I'll give you a free quote." And I found out that the first time I did it, no result. Second time I did it, no result. Third time I did it, I started getting a phone call or two. And the good thing about it is that if you can get a job that's right next door to a job that you've already got, then that allows you to increase your efficiency. It allows you to schedule both the jobs on the same day, and it makes your business a lot more compact and brings you customers from around the areas where you're already working. And so it's a good way to bring in work, and instead of having 1 in 500 as a return, if you put those flyers there every 2 weeks, and after half dozen times you start getting calls, well, then you've put out about 30 flyers or something like that, and that's a pretty good return if you can get a phone call from that. Now, you may be thinking, oh, won't people get annoyed if you're putting a flyer in their letterbox every time you mow the lawn next door? But I'll tell you the truth, most people won't even notice. In marketing, they've got a saying that you've got to be seen about 10 times before people even start to remember who you are. The first few times that you put that flyer in the letterbox, it won't even be noticed. You might start to get noticed the third or fourth time. And if you can get those flyers working for you, and you can start bringing in jobs around where you're already working, that can only be a good thing for your business. So that's my thought for today about flyers. I hope you find this helpful. I'd like to know how it went for you. Leave a message in the comments, let me know. And meanwhile, have fun and get out there and mow some lawns. Bye.